Hey y'all, it's Nancy, the Handy Scandy. Welcome back for another crafty venture. As you can see, it's time for the Halloween card series 2021. Ooh, this is my first video. These are my first cards for the series. Obviously, I've made some Halloween cards already this year, and I'm not mad about it. I enjoy Halloween cards very, very much. So, with that being said, let's just jump right in. This is a sweet, sweet stamp set from Whimsy Stamps. It's called Spooktacular. And there are 5 little ghosty images on here and several different sentiments. Mr. Stuffy Boo, tastes like booze, B-O-O-S, nom nom nom, fabulous, I would never ghost you, and get your spook on. Oh my gosh, they're absolutely adorable. So, I have this leftover piece of, well, it's a scrap piece of cardstock. It's 8.5 by, I think it's 4 inches wide. And so I decided I'm going to make me some clean and simple slimline cards. So partly inspired by the piece of scrap paper that I wanted to use up, and partly inspired by my sweet friend Candace, who is so creative and so very good with clean and simple. And if you guys know me, I'm definitely a more is more kind of girl. So clean and simple is really a struggle for me. She inspired me on a recent card that she did, absolutely adorable, and I will try to remember to list it downstairs, link it downstairs, so you can hop over and enjoy her video and her card style. She, like I said, she's very creative and absolutely adorable. So with that being said, this is my process, and I'm not upset with it. I think it turned out really great, but again, it's because I have great products and I had a great inspiration. So I cut my 4-inch panel down in half. So these are 2-inch wide strips. And in the beginning, I was really doubting my process. I was like, what in the world kind of card is this going to be? It's 2 inches wide. Well, just keep watching, you'll see. So I stamp out my 2 images. I've got this little guy, he's holding a pumpkin. He's taking this little selfie. And then this guy is carrying a big pumpkin on his head. It looks like he's about to put it over the top of his head like a mask. So stinking cute. Whimsy does it right, guys. I don't know how familiar you are with Whimsy stamps, but they are particularly good with Halloween. I mean, they're good all year. They have lots of different lines, but this is adorable. Check them out. Check them out for sure. Again, I'll have it listed and linked downstairs as well. So, following along with Candace's inspiration, I stamped it at the top of my, stamped the images at the top of my little bitty panel. And I also stamped out the little images on some, what is that called? Masking paper. And fussy cut them out because I'm going to be doing some ink blending. You guys know I don't mind fussy cutting. I don't mind it at all. Some people are like, nope, not going to do it. The hardest part, though, was getting the image laid down properly over the stamped image. But I got it down. This one gave me a little bit of a struggle, but I got it down. And I don't know if you saw, but I was rubbing those masked images on my hand to get some of the sticky off, because it can ruin your paper if it's too sticky. So if you know me at all again, I have a very crooked eye. So here I'm using the grid on my Misty to make sure that I lay down my my sticky notes properly so that they make a straight horizon line for my ink blending. So here I'm pulling out my Distress Oxides. I have Worn Lipstick, Seedless Preserves, and I'll be using my prize ribbon for the first time. And it is super juicy. A little too juicy, but it works. So just kind of making not so much a scary sunset, but a dark sunset, right? It's Halloween. It's Halloween. Everything happens at night. So you can see up in the top corners of both of these little images, I have another little piece of scrap paper. It's the masking paper. And essentially, once I pull those masks up, that will be my moon on both sheets. And then, to make this process that much more awkward, I found this old bottle of shimmer spritz. By Imagine Crafts. This is old as the hills. There's very little left in it, and I sprayed it, and they both went and I had practiced sprayed. Like, I sprayed it in the trash can and it worked fine. Not once I got it on my paper. But you see the one with the selfie? That actually is a serendipitous blop. of sparkle spritz, shimmer spritz. What's it called? Sheer shimmer spritz. Serendipitous spot of sheer shimmer spritz. Say that, guys. It'll make sense in a minute. So I pull up my mask, I flip it over, and I put down some shabby shutters to make kind of the ground-ish. And it's actually just a suggestion of ground, as you can see. But I pulled up the little demi-circles. They're not quite semicircles, they're demi-circles in the corners. And then I laid down some more shabby shutters and sprayed it with water just to make paint out of it. And blop, blop, blop. Then you have moons. Simple little moons. Don't overthink it. Don't stress it. Just play. And so here I'm pulling up my masks. And this is kind of magical too. It's not as magical as heat embossing, but it's pretty cool. And then you can see the importance of making sure that you lay down your masked image properly over your stamped image. And here's where you see why that blop is serendipitous. Boom! It's the flash of the camera. That was definitely a lucky blop. That's all I can say. All right, guys. So I am not a colorist, but a lot of people like to watch the coloring, so I've left it in. It's sped up, and I'm just going to let you watch to music. Okay, here we go. And just adding a little bit of rosiness to their cheeks, because you know ghosties have rosy cheeks too. So I colored up the guy on the left the same way I did the guy on the right, just with some light grays and the blender pen, going back and forth till I just got the little bit of ghosty shadowing right. So here, guys, you see what's going on there? Yeah, that honeybee bag's making another appearance. This one's almost gone, just a little bit left. And you'll be seeing more of them. So I just thought it was kind of a fun way to extend those panels, because again, the panels that the images are stamped and colored on are just 2 inches wide. And the overall width of my card, I think, is 3.5. I think it's 8.5 by 3.5. they are 8.5 by 3.5. So I'm just trimming off the excess. That one I did not glue down straight, so I had to trim it off to level up that edge. And you can see that both the, what am I trying to say? The black and white striped panel is adhered to the back of each ghost, if that makes sense. So I wanted that, the black and white stripe, to be up against the edge. So I don't know why, that's just kind of what my thought process was. So I have that one down, of course, mounted up on some double-sided foam adhesive, peeling it off. On one of them, the one on the left that's already done, I had to add some sticky glue, or some liquid glue rather, because I had finished up that roll of tape and there was no adhesive on it. So there we go. Again, you can see that the black and white panel is to the back of the ghost, and that's where I adhered that side down to the edge of the panel. And here I just wanted a little bit more kind of starry look to the sky, so I squirted a little bit more water just to get that ink reacting. And you'd have thought that I would have stamped the sentiment before I assembled the card. Nope, but here we go. Easy fix, easy fix. So I just put it back in my MISTI, and this stamp set has, see that little circly image underneath the ghost? It's like a shadow. So I used it on both of them. It's absolutely adorable. I had so much fun with these cards, guys. Again, check out Whimsy stamps. They have so much, some creepy Halloween, some cutesy Halloween like these. All right, guys, this is it. I'm done. Let me know what you think downstairs if you have a favorite of these two cards. And there are 5 images. I might have to go back and make cards out of the other 3 images, and then I'll have a set of all of them. So guys, this is Nancy, the Handy Scandy. As always, I appreciate you. If you like the video, give me a thumbs up, drop me a comment downstairs, let me know your thoughts. And if you're not already a subscriber, a member of my crafty tribe, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and hit the bell so you're alerted to all of my videos as they come up. Thanks guys, appreciate you spending time with me. I'm out.